Yeah, we wanted to turn up our defensive intensity. Thought we did. Our ball pressure, official box score has us 29 points off turnover, so I thought our ball pressure caused them some problems. Our plan was to try to keep them out of transition, get them off the three-point line, pressure the ball on defense. On offense, I thought we could attack them a little bit better downhill than we had in the past. Obviously it's a thinner Kentucky team. They've got a lot of injuries, with Butler out, Robinson's been out on the year. And then Oweh, I think, got hurt a little bit. He only played 20 minutes. So we were fortunate that, they weren't as deep as us. I thought our transition could get to them. I think we ended up breaking them there towards the end of the first half, early second half. But, these guys played great. It's the best game Jarin's played all year, I think. So he's peaking at the right time. Labaron's peaking at the right time. We were able to rest some of our older guys, and we're going to need them against Florida. So, we earned the double bye, which I think helped us tonight. Kentucky played last night. They didn't look as fresh as we did. And then we were able to build the lead up, and nobody played more than 30. Sears is pretty durable. So outside of Sears, Barron's pretty young. Nobody else played more than 26 minutes, so it was nice for us to be able to get some rest for our guys tonight.
Okay, we'll take questions for the players. Please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation. We'll start right here to the left.
Ryan Hennessy, NBC 13 in Birmingham. Labaron, just to be hot at the right time in this tournament, how big is that? What is your confidence level right now?
It's going to help us, in the long run because, I can get the guys going on defense, and I just get in that mentality to just go out and, take it all in and be locked in on defensive end. So once I do that and major at that, everybody, all the guys going to be locked in together.
Up front.
Jarin, Coach Oats a few times this season has said he wants to see this team play good defense and take care of the ball in the same game. It seems like y'all really did that tonight, and you feel like that was a big key as well.
Yeah, it was a big key. Taking care of the ball, being aggressive, going out and making plays, running in transition again. That's a big thing with our offense and stuff. So yeah, that's the main thing, especially with us struggling with turnovers throughout the season. That's a big emphasis for the game today.
All right, up front, right.
Katie Wyndham, Bama Central, for both of you. The team only made 2 threes in the first half. Just kind of what gave y'all the confidence to keep shooting in the second half?
Coach O said it all the time, about just locking in. And if you're not making threes, you got to find some way else to impact the game. So, they emphasize offensive rebounding, getting in and rebounding, helping the bigs, and just play hard on defense and just control what you can control. So that's a great thing.
In the back.
Hey, Emily Smart, Tuscaloosa News. This question's for Labaron. I just wanted to ask, I counted 3 times that you had a driving layup off of an opponent turnover tonight. It seems like you've really fed off of that energy from plays like that a lot this season. Is that one of your favorites to make?
I call it lucky plays because, when I'm guarding somebody else and I could just turn around and see the ball loose and grab it and just see a blur in the open floor, that's going to be easy for me. So, but, that's because of my teammates turning them over and I get the chance to go down and lay the ball up. So I credit them the most.
To the right, front.
Drew DeArmond, WZZN Radio, Huntsville, Alabama. This is for Jarin. Coach Oates had talked earlier this week about needing you. He thought you were due to break out. Kind of talk about your game tonight and the rhythm you got into offensively.
Yeah, just going out there and being confident, going out there making plays. I feel like, just being confident in making plays, knowing my teammates have my back, and I feel like that's really helped me, especially in this game. Just being confident out there.
Back to the front.
For Jarin, this is the 3rd time y'all have beaten Kentucky this season. Just kind of what does it say about that y'all were able to do that and kind of where y'all are as a program?
Yeah, our guys are really good. Again, it's really tough to beat a team 3 times. So, that shows our mental strength. And Kentucky's a great team. So, I feel like it really shows, our strength of our team and our mental strength.
Any other questions for the players? Okay, gentlemen, you're released. Okay, we'll start here to the left.
Coach, you talk about peaking at the right time. What we saw last year down the stretch and going to the Final Four, what Jarin did. Are you seeing a little bit of that? And how dangerous can this team play tonight?
Shoot, I hope that's coming. It looked like it tonight. I mean, if he hadn't gotten foul trouble, he was headed for, maybe a double-double, 20, and for sure he's headed for 20. So, he got that first drive, the and one. Good to see him finish at the rim aggressively. Stepped up to the line, some confidence, and knocked it in. Then he went 3 of 5 from 3. He had some unfortunate fouls that kind of limited his playing time. But yeah, shoot, he's an X factor for us with his size, athleticism, the way he can kind of play the 3 and 4. He put him at 6'10" at the 3. He's been great on some of these perimeter players with his size all over him. So when he's playing as well as he was on offense and able to do what he does on defense, I think he's a big X factor for us moving forward.
Up front.
Ben Roberts, Lexington Herald leader. You guys held them to 5-19 on threes, both among season lows. Just how big a part of the game plan was that, keeping that away? And then you mentioned the ball pressure with Butler out. How much did you guys think you could really disrupt those young guards?
Yeah, I thought we could really pressure them. We pressured them at our place, saw them, not as much as we'd have liked. But, they're down a little bit. Owe ended up having 5 turnovers himself. So I think part of it is, too, we've got good matchups on Owe. We've got tough, physical. He kind of just overpowers most guards in this conference, between Youngblood and then Diabate, Jarin Stevenson with his length. We've got different guys that are tough enough, strong enough, physical enough to kind of guard Owe. So we did a good job on him. And then some of the other younger guys I thought didn't handle the pressure, maybe as well. So we ended up turning over 16 times. It's not a drastic amount, but it was more how the turnover. They were live ball turnovers that we went the other way and got layups and stuff off of. So, and then with the threes, we know who their shooters are. We didn't want Brea got too many off, but ended up 2 of 7. We didn't. Perry only got 3 off. Kind of looking at Brea, Perry, and then Almanor 0 for 2, and then Trinidad 0 for 4. Those are the 4 we really tried to focus in on. So you kind of add those up. They're, 2 for 13, 3 for 16. So the 4 main guys, still too many they got off, but 3 of 16 wasn't bad for their main shooters.
To the front. To the left.
Chase Goodred with the Tuscaloosa News. Coach, this is the first 3-game win streak over Kentucky in school history. What do you think that says about just the direction of the program?
Yeah, we've kind of established ourselves as a top 10 program in the country over these last 4 or 5 years. So, while Kentucky's good, we're also good, and it's going to happen. Hopefully there's some other teams we can rattle off some winning streaks against. But, and this Kentucky team's a little, they've got a lot of injuries. They're a little, they're not to full strength. We know that. So, but it's nice to get 3 of them. We had the home and away with them this year, and we're fortunate enough to get, now that they were a lot closer to full strength. I think they had everybody at their place. That was a big win. And now that they're kind of down, especially in their backcourt, I thought our guards really took advantage of the fact that they were a little thin in the backcourt tonight.
Yeah, Coach, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville, son, you get the rematch with Florida, a team you saw not too long ago. Just curious about, the familiarity of that being a factor, and then also, rebounding was a big issue in that game, how you address kind of the boards in the second meeting in that matchup.
We're going to need Cliff, Grant, Diabate, Jarin Stevenson. Our front court's got to be a lot better than they were last game. And so is our backcourt, to be honest with you. We just weren't very good. So, there was a few positive things we did against them. Second half, we kind of let it get to us. I thought their physicality, we were going to have to really lock into being significantly better against them. But they're one of the better teams in the country. They're fighting for a 1 seed like we are, so this will be a big game for both getting to the SEC championship and a 1 seed.
Right here in the front.
Can I get another water, please, from somebody? Sorry.
You talked already in your opening about Labaron playing his best basketball right now, kind of. But what did you like kind of about his aggressiveness tonight and driving to the rim, and then also to keep shooting threes even if they weren't falling?
I told him on the one, he shot the one. I don't know if it got tipped or what, but it was an air ball. Then he passed up a couple immediately after. I said, just because you miss a shot, we're not passing up open threes. Like, that's not how we're doing it. So, he stayed aggressive. He only hit the one, but at least he was aggressive, which keeps him honest, and then he's able to get downhill. I thought the steals and the points off turnovers kind of got him going out in transition a little bit, got him aggressive, going downhill, finishing the rim. So, he was good. I mean, he's instinctual player, got some steals. He ends up with 3 steals on the. I thought his defensive intensity kind of fueled his offense tonight and got him going downhill.
Right here.
Coach Drew DeArmond, WZZN Radio, Huntsville, Alabama. How big was it for Jarin? He had 4 fouls pretty early in the second half. You had to take him out, but he came back in. He was able to stay on the floor, got a loose ball, played pretty well on the defensive end. How big was it for him to stay on the floor with the bigs in foul trouble?
Yeah, I mean, he got that block after he had 4 fouls. He ends up with 3 steals. I thought he was really good for us defensively. It was big that he was able to stay out there, because, like I said, we were able to rest some of these guys. Cliff plays 13 minutes, Grant plays 16 minutes. Some of the young guys with a little fresher legs were able to play some of the heavier minutes with it, especially in the front court. Jarin and Diabate and Aiden Sherrill, Aiden at 15, but Diabate and Jarin both played more minutes than Grant and Cliff. So we're going to need the entire front court healthy for Florida, but I was super happy for Jarin. I mean, we needed him to play well. He needs his confidence. He got his confidence going tonight, so hopefully we see his confidence at a really high level moving forward here in March.
Far left.
David Sisk with Cats Illustrated. Coach, you had 80 possessions tonight. With Kentucky's depth situation, was there a certain number that you wanted to get to?
You know what? We like to get to 80, and our for whatever reason, we the guys that run our analytics box score, 2 of them got the flu while we were here, and so we got some subs in, and I don't have it in front of me, so I don't even know how many possessions we had. So none of my analytics box scores in front of me because apparently our subs in the analytics were not as good as our subs in the game. So I don't have it. So how many possessions was it? Perfect. So we got to 80. That's what we'd like to get to, especially with a team that would like to run with us. So. Yeah, that was good, especially with their depth being as low as it was.
How good was it to get Darion back in for some game action after he's been out for a couple weeks?
It was good. I mean, we knew he's going to be rusty. It's hard when you don't practice for, a few weeks in a row. You only had a few practices. He's trying to attack Andrew Carr, who's definitely got a few inches on him. But, he had the good kick out to Jarin in the corner. I thought, he was able to get a little flow, knock some of the rust off. We were able to get him almost 10 minutes. So I was happy with the way he played. He didn't have a turnover. Got the one shot, that he probably shouldn't have taken, but he was able to get a couple of rebounds. He had an assist, so he wasn't bad in his minutes.